Epilepsy is a seizure disorder where the episodes are recurrent and usually unprovoked. They're sparked by sporadic and misfired electrical signals in the brain. It's the fourth most common neurological disorder and affects people of all shapes and sizes. It's a spectrum condition, meaning there are multiple forms of epilepsy. Those are usually divided first into two groups: idiopathic, meaning there is a genetic cause, and symptomatic, meaning the cause is unknown. Beyond this, we have generalized and partial epilepsy. If you're doing the math, that leaves us with four general classifications. Symptomatic partial epilepsy is the most common form to appear in adulthood, usually caused by tumors, strokes, abnormalities, or trauma to the brain.
What's wrong with your hands? What's wrong with your hands, Grum? You never talk to me at this stage. You always act really bizarrely, but never talk to me. Are you okay? Do you know what's going on?
Symptomatic generalized epilepsy is either caused from damage to the brain during birth or specific brain diseases such as adrenoleukodystrophy or brain infections like meningitis. Idiopathic partial epilepsy is widely considered the most mild form of epilepsy and is almost always grown out of by puberty. Lastly, we have idiopathic generalized epilepsy. This class of epilepsy appears anywhere from childhood to adolescence. The nervous system is completely intact, and the individual is indistinguishable from the average everyday person.
Oh, pardon?
Sorry?
I thought you said something.
Absence seizures can be mistaken for daydreaming. One of the hallmarks of absence is that the seizures happen many times in a day. Sometimes they're so fleeting, they're easy to miss. This boy is having frequent but very brief episodes. You can see his eyes flutter up. He's out of touch.
I've lived with generalized seizures my entire life. Diagnosed in the 5th grade, I learned that I would repeatedly have absence seizures throughout the day, each lasting only a few moments and induced by hyperventilation. The way I describe it to people when they ask is that my brain seems to make up for the missed moments. I'm never aware of a seizure as it's happening. I can only notice them when a crowd of people is moving in front of me. Everybody jumps ahead a few feet, and I continue on with my day. It's also fun in the middle of class to suddenly have everyone's eyes on you.
Okay, everyone, turn to page 74 in your text. Who knows the answer? Kelly. Kelly. Attention again. Now, I know you can do better than this.
Oh, pardon. Mr. Rossi. She just had a seizure.
It wasn't a constant occurrence, but happened enough to be noticeable. I make it all sound very dramatic, but I'm lucky to have what seems to be the most mild form of epilepsy there is. I missed enough time during the day to the point that it affected my grades, but once I was put on medication, everything evened out. I've only had to switch medications once.
Attention!
Lawsuits happen for many reasons.
I never shake, twitch, or flail violently. Unfortunately, this isn't the case for most epileptics. Most do not know the cause of their seizures, and their medication type and dosage is constantly in flux. They tolerate a certain level of sedation, a price that must be paid to be seizure-free. Every epileptic must undergo a unique therapy and semi-regular EEG scans to document their progress. Some begin dietary therapies such as a ketogenic diet.
When you burn fat instead of carbohydrates, your body produces chemicals called ketones. This state of ketosis changes the metabolism of your brain. The theory is that ketosis may stabilize cell membranes, making them less likely to seize.
And some must undergo brain surgery because of the lack of available treatments. Funding for epilepsy research has been scaled back by most pharmaceutical companies, but the emerging research on the use of CBD oil, a marijuana extract, for seizures has given many hope. Here in Missouri, Jay Nixon signed House Bill number 2238 last summer, legalizing the use of this hemp extract. Those 18 and older can be issued a hemp extract registration card if they meet a set of criteria. Sounds great on paper, but neurologists statewide are apprehensive to prescribe CBD oil due to the fact that it has not been approved by the FDA, despite numerous studies.